Hey guys, it's me Emma. I'm back. Today I'm doing a video and it is going to be 10 ways that you can get out of a book slump. So step 1, you're going to want to go on things that you can find information of the fandom on. So Pinterest is the best one I found. Then there's Instagram. You can search by hashtags now, so you can find a bunch of fan-made stuff on there. And then Twitter too, if you have Twitter. I don't have Twitter, but I know that is a good source. So go there, like, whenever you get on your device or phone or something, other than checking social media, I suggest you go and do that for at least a few minutes. And it will help kind of take down the hype level a little bit, depending on the book. So, yeah, that will help you out quite a bit, and I found that really helps me get out of them pretty fast. Alright, so the next one is to talk to a friend or a fellow fan. And I'm not saying go find someone on Instagram that's a fan of the book and go talk to them. Don't go do that. Don't DM people you don't know. That's just common sense. It's dangerous. Don't do that. Talk to a friend or just someone you know if they've read the book, or even if they haven't and they're like, yeah, no, probably never going to read that. Vent to them if they'll let you and just talk to them about it. I know with me, my sister reads most of the same series I do. Well, no, there's like 2. But she doesn't know if she's going to ever catch up is the thing. And so I can't go talk to her about it because if she does decide to read it, then it's going to be like a major, major spoiler. So my cousins, they also read the same series. And the one I'm talking about is Keeper of the Lost Cities. It's an amazing series by Shannon Messenger. They read it as well, and I can go vent to them because they're caught up, and they're typically better than I am at staying caught up with series. But yeah, so vent to somebody you know about it. And like I've had to vent to my mom before about the Selection series. Not anything bad. Like I'm not saying venting like bad, just like letting out everything you've been holding in so long. And just talk to someone about it. So yeah, that's that one. That one does help quite a bit because if you're trying to like hold in all the book stuff inside, it's just going to keep building, and like you need to tell someone because that really helps, and it makes you feel better too because you get to talk about what you love, which is reading and that series. So I hope that one helps you guys out. Alright, so what you guys want to do for step number 3, and you don't have to do these in order, I'm just telling you, and they're numbered, but look up books like the book you just read. So for me, the book series I'm reading right now is Matched by Ali Condi. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name, but I found that through a website, and there's a bunch of websites that do this. Just look up books like blank, whatever book you just read. So for me, the Selection was the one that was my ideal book. Like book goals for me would be that and Keeper of the Lost Cities, and if they were mixed, it would just be perfect. But yeah, so I found the book Matched online. I found that, and luckily my sister already had it, and she didn't like it, and I did. So that's what I'm reading right now, and yeah, so that really helps too. And also finding your ideal genre. Find books you normally gravitate toward and have read. Take a look at those. See if they're fantasy, adventure, mystery, dystopian. Like, all of these things can factor in. So I like dystopian, fantasy, and adventure all in one. Not necessarily adventure, more dystopian, fantasy, like princesses and princes and like magical things. So that's my ideal thing. And so yeah, just that really helps too. Alright, number 4. My sister actually told me this because I was running low on ideas. I was like, I know all the things that help me, but they might not help other people. So one of the things that really helps her, and actually it does help quite a bit, is watch TV shows and movies, whether they're old or new, something else that you can get into. They don't, like a movie, it's short, then it's over, unless it's in a series of movies, and those really help a lot. They really do. Because it takes your mind off of it, and you can think about that for a little bit, and you know, you don't really get into movies as much as you do books. TV shows, now that's another question. But it is still something to get your mind off of the book. So that also really helps. All right, number 5 is to be creative. So if there's something you like you have a hobby, like watercolor painting or making things with clay or just doing anything creative, or if you're into sports or whatever, just, I don't know, being creative really, like with art and that sort of stuff, really helps. Yeah, or you can dance if you like dancing. Any of those things can really help. So yeah, and if I keep looking down, I've got my notebook, my video notebook, with all the things written down, my ideas, and basically cue notes. So if I'm talking, I'm like, I don't know what to say next, I can look down. But I think that was that one. All right, so yeah, be creative, let your creative juices flow, and even if you're doing art and you have to do art based on that series, it still helps you out tremendously. So this one is probably the most important, and I did not read a book for about months. And I know this doesn't sound like a long time for you maybe, but 4 or 5 months of not reading a book for someone that loves reading books and it's one of their favorite hobbies is a long time. But don't force yourself to read, because you're not going to actually get into what you're reading. You're just not going to like it. It's going to be boring, and you might just put that series off. If you've got a stack of books that you need to read, you might just knock it to the bottom or just be like, no, I don't want to read this. So it's really not a good time to read unless you really want to. You're not forcing yourself, and it actually sounds interesting, and it's like, hey, let's do this. Let's dive into another book. This one kind of goes against what I was just saying, but also with it. So you're not forcing yourself to read, but if you find a book that sounds interesting, you're like, I might like that. That might help me. It might be just what I need to get me out of this book slump. Just go ahead, read a book if it sounds interesting. That's what happened to me. So I was reading Flashback, the Cave of Lost Cities book, and I was like, I really want something else to read because I'm in a book slump, but I want to busy my mind with something else because I'm not going to be in a book slump until November this time. And sometimes just jumping into another book is a great way to help. So yeah, and that's what I did with Matched. And yeah, so now I'm out of that book slump, or as I like to call it, it wasn't really a book slump. What I had was more of a book hangover. So, and those end way quicker. And it really helped because the 2-3 days after I finished the book, I just did all of these things on this list, and it helped me out. And now, I mean, I want to talk to people about it, and I want to vent to my sister about it once she reads it, but at the same time, I don't really care. I already read it. It's already happened. Can't wait for the next book, but that's just how it is. Number 8, this one helps a lot too. You want to find a booktuber you like. So one of my favorites is Sasha Alsberg. I don't watch her all the time, but like if I want to find books I like to read or whatever, I go to her channel. And actually her book YouTube channel is called A Book Utopia. And so yeah, but I really like her videos. But yeah, there's a bunch of people out there that do this and do videos just like this. So if you have tried things in my videos or this video and they aren't really helping, go find some other videos on it, because my ways are not the only ways to do things. Just because I do something and it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And so, yeah, and they can also help you find great new books. Not necessarily new books, but most of the time they are new because they read a lot and they've read a bunch of old things. So, yeah, and that really helps anyone, really. One of the books, actually, I got a book today, even though I still haven't finished my series I'm on. But I heard the name of it from watching videos and stuff. Heard that it was really good. Did not know what it was about. Didn't care to know what it was about. But I found it. I was like, that looks familiar. Picked it up, read the back. And I'm like, that sounds so interesting. Even if I've got a book hangover or book slump after finishing this series, I am going to read that right after because it sounds interesting. So, yeah, but definitely find a booktuber. That's what they're called. A booktuber you like. Sorry, I just burped. This one helps me quite a bit. So, spend time with people, your friends, your family, or your animals, as crazy as it sounds. So I have a leopard gecko, as you guys know, and I still haven't revealed her name because every time I tried to film with her, she got sassy because she saw herself in the camera. Woo! So I'm trying to find a new way to do that, but I might just post on my Instagram her name. But yeah, that just took a random turn. Anyways, where was I at? Oh yeah, spend time with people or animals. So do that. Just spend time with your friends, with your family. It just takes your mind off of things, and it really helps. And animals, they're just so cute. How can you not? If you don't like animals, if that's not your thing, maybe go spend some time outside. Maybe go fishing. Maybe, I don't know, do whatever makes you happy and what you typically do to take your mind off of things. Number 10. This one helps quite a bit. Listen to music. It can take your mind off of things. You can find ones that pretty much relate to your series, if you are lucky. And you can also try to find playlists made by the author. I know Shayna Messenger for Keeper of the Lost City released one that she listens to when writing the books and all that stuff. Things that make her think of her series. So you can go try and find those things if you want. Or just listen to music. If you know what you like, listen to it. Put it on. Spend some time doing that every day. Just jamming out. And that helps a lot. Okay, so I know I've said things like that helps a lot, and this really helps, and blah blah blah. There's probably a lot of words you realize I've said a lot over the filming of this video. That's because I tend to, I don't know the word, like say what I've already said multiple times because my brain it's going too fast to think of new things to say. But yeah, so really, if it's something like a book hangover that's short and it gets over quickly, if you need to, just get you ice cream or something. If you need to cry about a book, cry. It's totally fine. I've cried at the end of books before, and it makes you feel better. Really, it does, because you're letting those emotions out. So, but don't force yourself to cry. We don't want to do that. That just makes you sad, and it's not fun. But also, I forgot to mention this, but if you're into something else that's not just books, find YouTubers that are amazingly, that are your favorite for whatever you like. So if you like art, if you like animals, fashion, there's a bunch of things that people make videos about. So those will also help you and just kind of make you think about other things. And I guess really the idea is to make your brain stop thinking about that and thinking about other things. So, yeah. It's that time of the video for the outro. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope these things help for you because they help me. But that's not saying they'll help you. So, I hope these things work for you. I hope you get out of your book slump pretty quickly, so you're able to get back on track with your reading and read what you want to read. So, yeah. And again, just find things you like. Do things you enjoy. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.